Greetings, Alvis Tennant here, The Way of Victory. 50 years of martial and healing arts stories. I've given my history and I really enjoy speaking with you and sharing with you the benefits that I've gotten out of life in the hopes that it will help someone else lead a victorious lifestyle as well. I want to shout out my man, my son, $1 Billion Visions. Go check him out on Instagram, check him out on YouTube. He's doing big things. He's also my tech man for this site, The Way of Victory. Please like, subscribe, and share to my page as well. And go check out my main man, Banky Powell. He has a channel called 33 Years of Prison Stories, in which he tells the horrors of prison in the hopes of keeping our young men and women out of prison. I mention him because his channel was instrumental in me starting my own channel. Thank God I don't have 33 years of prison stories, but I do have a very in-depth 50-year plus stories of martial and healing arts that I can share you. And I've morphed this martial and healing arts into basically just telling the story of my life and my personal philosophy, which is dynamic optimism. Dynamic optimism means being optimistic no matter what the situation. Always looking for the blessing, always looking for the lesson, always remembering that there is something to be thankful for. For instance, I thought I lost my phone today. I mean, you all know how that is. It was damn near panic. I thought I'd lost my actual phone with all the stuff I got on it. And so I controlled my breathing and didn't panic. I finished cleaning up, finished doing what I was doing, had somebody call. The phone wasn't there. I looked all over for it, and then I went back to a room. The person that called me, they didn't have service, so when I went to my room, I'm in a hotel room, I had my wife call, and the phone rang. It was in the bag, in a place I normally don't put it, and I found it. But I noticed that throughout that whole interaction, I never did panic. I began to think, okay, maybe it's time to get a new phone. It's not a big deal. I'll call, get everything canceled. I hope I can find it, but if I don't, here. So that's where an example of dynamic optimism. So dynamic optimism means looking for the lesson, looking for the blessing. Everything, no matter what it is, look for the good in it. This is hard to do. Someone smashes up your car, something happens that, is quote unquote bad or an inconvenience. Try to frame it in such a way that you can get some optimism out of it. Learn the lesson, get the blessing from it. And so dynamic optimism is a vehicle that I've used in my whole life. For instance, in martial arts, when you get hit, it's not, you don't blame the person, you blame yourself. You didn't block it. You didn't tuck that elbow in and block it. Shift that body and block it. And you can use that attitude in all aspects of life. So dynamic optimism, dynamic meaning constant movement, optimism meaning a positive attitude. A positive mental attitude is much better than a negative mental attitude. You can do everything with a positive mental attitude, no matter what. No matter what it is, look for the blessing, look for the lesson. Blessing and lesson. Some people call them blessings. So stay strong and always move forward. I have another saying called forward ever, backward never. Never go back. You can't. Always go forward.